Hello everybody and welcome to the Reds Army. So the game has ended 1-1. Real Sociedad 1, Manchester United 1. I will humbly take the draw over a loss. I called it in my other video. I said it. The worst results we could get from this fixture is a draw. And the best result was a win. And I am happy we didn't lose this game. At least we didn't lose it. Which means at least when we play or when we host Real Sociedad in the return leg, we have higher chances of progressing into the next round. But there are still dangers of us being eliminated, especially if you look at how we are performing at Old Trafford. We have not been performing well at Old Trafford. We have been losing games, and you can see how the best example is how we were eliminated from the FA Cup by Fulham. We were forced to go to penalties and we lost that game, and there's still danger of Manchester United going to penalties, especially now that we are playing at Old Trafford. But we'll leave that for the next game. But let's analyze this game. First of all, Manchester United wasn't as bad as I thought they would be. At least we weren't at bad, but we were not clinical. Like I said, we don't need Højlund in these games. I mean, he wasn't that effective. I mean, can you imagine if we had a good striker? I'm pretty sure we could have won this game. But again, we have to stick with Højlund because we don't have many options in the front. And I want to talk about Garnacho. I think Garnacho is an outstanding player. Zagzi is definitely man of the match. He's definitely man of the match, and Garnacho produced the assist. But I am so impressed by Garnacho because, first of all, he was playing out of position. He was playing as a right wing, and he's mainly used to playing in the left, but he played on the right, and very good performance. Of course, there were times when he was lacking, and there were times when actually he made me drop my head, but all in all, he was solid for Manchester United. Okay, you cannot believe he was playing in the wrong position. That's what happens when you don't have the depth. When you don't have the squad depth, that happens. And I'm so happy about Garnacho because he stepped up when we needed him the most, and he stepped up. Now, if the second leg is going to be a bit tricky because we will play it after we play Arsenal, and we know Arsenal right now are flying high. They just came from demolishing PSV 7-1, and they have a grudge against Manchester United. They have always been one of the biggest rivals of Manchester United. Right now, we are ripe for picking, and they will be over the moon if they can humble Manchester United. But we'll leave that for the weekend. But again, if you look at these two games, actually let's call them three games. The first leg against Real Sociedad was a high tempo game. Of course, we were scrappy, and we could have easily lost this game. Åkesson had two clear chances. He had two clear chances, but he couldn't take the chances. We were lucky. This is one of the days when we say luck was on our side. We were lucky. I know some of you don't believe in God, but I think God was on our side today. We didn't concede because I was worried. I knew that if we are not careful, we could have lost this game. We could have easily lost this game, and that could have been an uphill battle. But thankfully, everything is level, which means the second leg, the stakes are going to be very high in the second leg because there won't be any other match against Real Sociedad after that. So Real Sociedad are going to analyze the game. They are going to analyze what they did wrong, and they will come stronger at Old Trafford. And then what worries me the most is our form, our performances at Old Trafford. We have been very poor at Old Trafford. So we are going to host one of the, it's not a big team, but one of the biggest teams, or one of the big teams in Europe. We are going to host them at Old Trafford, and it makes me worry a little bit because we have not been so good at Old Trafford. But hopefully our players will turn up, and I really hope that Amorim can actually learn from today. He can actually drop Højlund. Højlund is a good player, but he needs to rest. He needs some time away from the public, okay, from scrutiny and from everything, so that he can fall in love with football once again. And I really do hope that we can drop him against Arsenal. I think we can drop him against Arsenal so that we can have somebody, we can become unpredictable. You know, when we name a new striker, like somebody like Chido Obi, this is somebody who is not really known by our opponents. He's not really known by our opponents. So I think maybe since he was at Arsenal, Maybe we can play Højlund against Arsenal, then we drop him against Real Sociedad in the return leg. I don't know, maybe that's what I would do if I was a Manchester United manager, but I'm not. But that's what I would do. I would try to surprise my opponents by mixing up the lineup, but all in all, Amorim has the final say. But if you look at today's game, Zagzi, man of the match, good goal, good performance, work ethics was very, very incredible. Garnacho, incredible. You know, he gave an assist and everything. Højlund wasn't anywhere to be seen. He wasn't a threat throughout the game. Casemiro, not so bad, not so bad. But all in all, I think Manchester United today, they tried. They showed up when we needed them. They showed up. They didn't embarrass us. Now, the work is not done. It's halfway done. If we play at Old Trafford, we don't need a draw. The worst thing that can happen to Manchester United is drawing at Old Trafford. We cannot draw at Old Trafford. We must win at Old Trafford. Like I said, if we draw at Old Trafford, that means we will go to extra time, which means there are higher chances of the game being decided by penalty shootouts. And this will be like history repeating itself. Remember, just a week ago, we were eliminated from the FA Cup through penalties at Old Trafford. We cannot allow this to happen the second time. So when we approach the second leg, we really need to step up and win the game. I don't care if we win by 1-0 or 2-0. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think about today's game? I thought it wasn't bad. Like I said, it was going to be a high tempo game. It wasn't going to be a boring game, and you saw it. It wasn't a boring game. At least they tried to show up. Now, if they can replicate this in the second leg, if they can replicate it, then I'm pretty sure we'll have higher chances of progressing to the next round of the Europa League. Do you think we are going to progress, or do you think we are going to be eliminated? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you're new here, kindly take a second to subscribe. I'm sorry I sound like a broken record, but it really helps the channel. Like you can see, it's a new channel. I've been doing this podcast for a month now, and I really appreciate when people appreciate my work. It motivates me to pump and do more content like this. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.